We have got some problems. Sergio Ramos is retiring. Jesus Navas is old and washed. And Marcos Acuna has fucked off to Al Who Gives a Fuck. Up top, Enesri's performed like prime Emil Heskey, earning himself a move to Villa for 2025. Up the fucking boys, come on. Luca Bacchio was world class last season, but can he repeat his numbers? I don't know, mate. My preparation signings before this season. Players like Renato Sanchez, Big Savio, and we rescued Ricky Puig from his early retirement in America. There were a shit ton of players coming back from loan that were instantly rehomed. There's players like Montiel, Bade, and Nyla went to West Ham. Nyland in a claret and blue shirt. Fucking me, where have I seen this story before? We replaced Marcos Acuna with Ian Matson on a loan. Nino and Taylor Harwood-Bellis coming for defensive cover, with the young Willot Sweatberg signing a pretty solid midfield rotation option. Marcel threw a bitch fit and got exiled to West Ham with Nyland, and the big replacement for Youssef En-Nesyri was Joaquin Correa for $7 million.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Yeah, I probably should have signed a new striker first. Despite all these signings, it was old faces Luca Bacchio and Juan Lu that secured us a 2-1 win on match day 1. We lost to Real Madrid next, but I mean, given how juiced up that they've been this season, I think we can live with that. Correa grabbed his first 2 goals this season to absolutely see off Sociedad, already had more impact than fucking En-Nesyri has. First embarrassing result came at Tenerife, first of many. While the lads were too busy thinking about the post-match bender, they couldn't prevent Sergio Gonzalez's early goal. 2 big wins sandwiched our second defeat of the season to Barcelona, and another poor set of points dropped against Alaves. Valencia were the only blocks on an otherwise perfect October. My baby girl Thiago Almada shithoused us a win against Elche before we put in 2 miserable showings against Vallecano and Getafe. Nianzou showed Girona who the fuck was daddy with a brace, and Simeone's dinosaur tactics couldn't hold back former player Lamar, who, I mean, you haven't heard a lot from today, but that's because he's been fucking injured all the time. He missed 3 months to injury this season, but he's still a baller and I still love him. Yeah, you know what, going into this year, new Champions League format, and I've got high hopes. What the fuck is that? Can you give us some fucking easy games, please? This shambles got kicked off with a way too close game against PSV, when my boy Lucas rescued us with 3 points. Against their Dutch rivals though. Yeah, it's a little bit embarrassing that. Tell you what was more embarrassing was this old fuck scoring an actual real bicycle kick on us. 2 penalties scabbed us a draw in that one, alongside 2 very expected losses against Inter and PSG. Isaac Romero became a cult hero at home to Celtic in the 91st minute. Now, I had no expectation for the Arsenal game at all. I believed our Champions League campaign was done and dusted. But when Almada answered the first goal with one of his own and Savio put us 2-1 up, I was bouncing around the room. Saliba's equaliser put a slight damper on the evening, but we still had a chance to go through to the actual playoffs. Laborde taking the lead against Nice had me shitting bricks, but Almada again and Correa quickly put Nice to bed and we were through to the fucking playoffs, baby. Get in! We drew Dortmund and the first game at home was incredibly balanced, with Reyna's late equaliser being instantly made irrelevant by Suso off the bench. Now the second leg though.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for the day.
New signings Ehrlich and Soler came in to provide more depth, while Kike Salas left for PSG.
Are you fucking dumb?
Oliver Torres went to Al Hazem and Isaac Romero left on loan to Benfica. He doesn't want to sign a new deal, so I just don't care about him anymore really. Ike Villa also went out on loan too, so the strike efforts mainly now rely on Correa. Alongside our UCL campaign, we started to struggle bad. Our main issue was actually creating the chances, leading to results like 0-0 against Espanyol, Las Palmas and Granada, losing to Villarreal, Sociedad and Valencia, and holding 5 against Barcelona in a fucking mental game, with goals coming from every which way. Now, I mean, the league was out of our hands at this point. Like, I could tell that by now, but tell you what I did as I made an absolute genius decision. I channeled my inner JB Swans, my inner bald head tapped into the Pep Guardiola in me, and I went from this shit formation to this fucking godly, absolute Jesus blessed formation. Tell you what, mate, it made absolutely all the difference. When I say it worked a treat, it worked a treat. Debuted after 30 minutes against Cadiz with Puig and Almada goals sandwiching a Correa brace. 4-1 victory, fucking easy. Thank you very much and good night. Now, did I forget to change the formation for the games against Elche and Vallecano? Maybe. But does it matter? No. Because we put Getafe's legs up and then tucked away Betis and Girona, scoring 4 goals in each game. My bumfid Thiago Almada scored a screamer against Atletico Madrid. Yeah, look at that fucking beauty. Thomas Lemar Brace comfortably saw off 10-man Bilbao. Puig scored in the last game of the season alongside my secret weapon Alfonso and Suso in what looks like his last game for the club. Yeah, I mean, look at this table. This is what I mean by Real Madrid players juicing. It is just mental how good that they have been this season. Our mid-season form let us down a little bit, but we've had more consistent goal scoring this season, and maybe 1 or 2 new additions next season. I think we should be looking to push on towards the top of the table. Maybe a few signings like this guy.